2026 will be much bigger. I think this part of the world doesn't realize what will happen here in 2026. I mean, these three countries will be put upside down and then flipped again back. The world will be invading Canada, Mexico, and the United States, and they will be invaded by a big wave of joy and of happiness, because that's what football is about. And you said it rightly. I mean, football is also the sport of course, of the immigrant, of the inclusion, of bringing people together. And in this part of the world, we have 500 million people living, and of this 500 million, probably 500 million has some origins of somewhere. And with 48 countries coming and playing this World Cup, it will be amazing. And the level which football or soccer will have here in North America by that time, and at the latest with that World Cup, will be at a completely different level. What I say many times, I want to say it here again, is this part of the world, in these three countries, you know, from many points of view, you are leading the world in many areas, in economy, in sport, and so on. But in the number one sport in the world, which is soccer or football, you're not yet. And the objective must be that you will be leading the world as well in the world's number one sport. Well, these are all reflections which we will have definitely from now on until the World Cup takes place. I mean, of course, before that, when we design the calendar, when we decide on the kickoff times, when we look at the different schedules. I mean, one other element which is not linked with the weather, but linked with the teams and the fans, of course, in such a big region like North America, we need to care about that in particular, to make sure that the teams are playing in clusters, that the fans don't have to travel crazy distances, and the teams as well. And when we look at that, we have, of course, to take into account the weather conditions, the stadiums, those who have a roof, those who are closed, where you maybe can play earlier in the afternoon, and those where you have to play in the evening. But then there are many factors that we have to take into account, but we are, how should I say, pretty relaxed that with the choice that was made on these 16 cities, we have really the best ones, and we'll put up a fantastic World Cup. Today, a World Cup has 64 matches. We often say it's like 64 Super Bowls in terms of audience, right? The World Cup 26 has 80 Super Bowls, 80 incredible games, 80 finals, and we must make sure that they are played in the best conditions in every city.